Hey guys, welcome to part 3 of the iPhone SDK Store app tutorial. I know it's long overdue, it should have been out a week ago, but just been very busy. I got out of exams, out of school for summer, and I have a lot of freelance work going on, as well as my new website that I'm pushing to launch July 1st, so I've been working on tons of stuff, and just getting to this now. Really sorry guys, for those of you who have been waiting, but hopefully in the meantime you've figured out some stuff on your own and figured out how to do a couple things. So without further ado, this is the Store app. This is the final tutorial probably of the iPhone SDK Store app, and this is what we're going to be building today. So if I open our Store app, basically these will all be buttons as well. I just didn't really want to make them all buttons, it would just take too much time. So as you can see, we have, like we did last week, we have our checks that come in, so we earn our money, we can cash these, and we have, these are the different things that we can buy. This is basically the store over here. So we have $60 in cash, and we can say withdraw 20, and so as you see here, the gold is $20. So I know that's cheap for gold, but whatever. So if we hit gold, we can enter however much gold we want. So say we want 2 pieces of gold, we have $80, that would be $40. So we can hit purchase, and our money goes down to $40 since we had 80. We decided to buy 2 pieces of gold, which 20 times 2 is 40. So if we want to withdraw 80, then we can buy even more gold. So 120, we can buy 6 pieces of gold. So if we hit gold and hit 6 and then hit purchase, then our money goes to 0. And I don't yet have a way of saving it, but that shouldn't be too hard. I'll be doing a tutorial very soon on saving that won't be this app in particular, but you should easily be able to apply it to this app and save how much gold you have and stuff like that. Basically, like I said in the previous tutorials, this isn't a tutorial. This app isn't like an on its own app. It's supposed to be like if you have a game and you want a store, you can implement it into your own game, sort of thing. So let's move this off to the side here, and let's open up our project. So let's go into Xcode, and we're gonna go File, Open Recent Project, and I'm going to open my store app.xcode project. So this is what I have here, and we're going to start by editing our header file, just like we did in the last couple tutorials. We started off in our header file. So we're going to start off by adding one IB outlet, which is going to be a UI label, and that's for our price. You can't see it right here, but right down here there's a hidden label for the price, and it saves the price. There are better ways to do it, but this is the way we're going to do it just because. So I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to go right next to my check. I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to type IB outlet, just like the previous ones, UI label, then asterisk, and we'll just call this price. And then we'll do the same thing down here. We'll go at property, non-atomic, retain, UI label, asterisk, price. And then down here we need to create the action for our buy, and like we did in my tutorial a couple weeks ago, in the other tutorial that wasn't the store app tutorial, we used an ID sender. So we had one action for multiple buttons, and the action would, and the output would change depending on the label on the button. So we're going to hit dash or hyphen, parenthesis, IBAction, close parenthesis, we'll just call this buy, and then we're going to hit colon, parenthesis, ID, sender, semicolon. So we're done in our header file. We can just go ahead and hit Command S to save that. And now we're going to set up our nib file. So we're going to go down to here to our resources group, and we're going to double click our store app view controller.xib, which is our nib file. So we're going to double click that, and this will open Interface Builder. And let me just move this stuff up here so you guys can see it. And so basically this is our interface right now, and this is what we're going to build. I'm going to put in a couple more buttons just because. So once we're in here, we're going to drag out a round rectangle button. We're going to place it top left, and we'll just drag this out a bit. Just like that looks good. And then we're going to hit Command C to copy it, and then paste it. And that's actually a bit too wide, so we'll make that a little smaller. And then we'll click on it, hit Command C, and then Command V to paste it. And that's a bit better. So now we're going to copy these two. We're going to select both of these, press copy, and then Command V to paste. And we'll just do 4 for now. So what we're going to have, excuse me, is we're going to make a gold, and we'll just make our gold, let's say $40. Then we'll have silver, which will make, say, $30, and our bronze, which will make $20, and we'll have, what's another metal? Let's just do copper, which we can make $10. And so we're not done yet. We can't use the integer values in here, because if we try to grab the int value from the button, it won't know what to get. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into a different control state. So right now this is UI control state normal. We're going to go into control state selected. So if you press the button and hit Command 1, it'll open your button attributes, and down here, right under where it says type round rectangle, under that it should say default state configuration. We're gonna hit that and call this selected state configuration. And then as you see, our text is grayed out because it's default set to this because we set our control state normal to it. But we're gonna actually change this to 40. Then we're just gonna hit enter, and then we're gonna do the same thing for the rest of these. So it's already in selected state, so we'll just make this 30. Hit enter. Bronze, let's make it 20. Enter. Copper, let's make this 10. And basically what that does is it gives us a value in the button that isn't visible, but it's a value that we can we can use in our code and use it for when the buyer when the user purchases something. So now we're going to link these to the actions. So like we did last week, we're just going to right click, and we're going to go down to touch up inside, and we're going to see this little plus icon over here. If you hover over the circle, we're just going to drag that down to Files Owner and hit Buy. And this is connecting our action, and so we're going to do this for the other three as well. So let's go touch up inside, Files Owner, Buy, Bronze, touch up inside, Files Owner, Buy. Let's clean this up a bit. And copper, touch up inside, Files Owner, Buy. And sorry if you can't hear me, guys. Alright, there we go. So now that we are done, we're not done yet, we're just about done, we need to add our UI label, which is that hidden label that I was talking about right down here. So that was the price that we set over here, right here. So we're going to go back into our interface builder, and we're going to drag out a UI label from our library. So we're just going to drag this out. You can put it anywhere really. I'll just put it right here so it's not in the way. And then we're going to hit Command 1 to bring up our label attributes. And we're just going to change this text to just 0. And then all the way down here under View, under Drawing, it should say Hidden, and it should be unchecked. We want to check this. This basically just means that the control is hidden and the user won't be able to see it when they launch it. So now we need to connect this to our price UI label. So let's hit Control, and let's drag from Files Owner to the label, and we'll just click Price because we're naming that price. So now that we're done in here, we can save by hitting Command S, then quit interface builder, Command Q. And we're also done in our header file, and that's already saved. So now we can go into our main file and add our actions. So we're going to go right up here above where it says void AlertView, UI AlertView, AlertView, clicked button at index. So right here, we're going to create some space, and this is where we're going to create our action. So let's go, we're just going to type hyphen IBAction by colon open parenthesis ID close parenthesis sender, and no semicolon. We're going to hit space, and then we're going to go open curly bracket. We're going to hit enter, and I like to close these things off before so I don't forget to in the end. Then we're going to create a couple variables. So we're going to create our first integer. So we're going to type int cash before, and this is how much cash you have before the purchase. So cash before equals, and then bracket cash.text int value. So our cash.text is this text field here, our cash value. So I just cashed $1,460 worth of checks just because it's been going. So that's our cash value. And then we're going to go int, we're going to hit enter, int, and we're going to type PriceVal, so price value, VAL, it can be whatever, equals bracket sender. So basically we're getting the sender, this is where that text comes in handy that we set for the control state selected. So we're going to hit sender, which is the button that was pressed. Since we have multiple buttons, then the sender would be the one that the user actually did press. Sender title for, whoops, no space, title for state, and we can hit escape and it'll complete it for us. And title for state UI control, and we can also hit escape and UI control state, and we're going to go down to selected, and then we're going to hit close bracket, and then we're going to go space int value, close bracket again since we opened two brackets over here, and semicolon. Now we're going to create our string for the text price. So we're going to go ns string. We'll just call this price text equals bracket ns string allocate init with format. So initialize the string with the format, and we're going to go plain text. So @ quotation mark %i close quotation mark comma, and then to set this integer, like we've done in the past couple tutorials, in part 1 and part 2, we're setting the integer, we're putting an integer inside of a string. So we do %i, %integer, and then comma to define the integer. We'll call this cash before, PriceVal. What am I thinking? And then close bracket, semicolon, and then we're going to hit enter, and we're going to change our price.text to price text, because we want to save this for later use, because we're going to put an action in our AlertView, UI AlertView. So after the user presses the button in the AlertView, then we can't use the just sender title for state, so we're going to save it somewhere. There are other ways to save it, but we're just going to save it in a text field that's hidden just because it's relatively easy. So once we've done that, then we're going to go down and we're going to create a new string, because we're going to create a UI alert view. So this is going to be the message. So we're going to go ns string asterisk, because we're titling the string, by message equals bracket ns string allocate close bracket init, oops, I'm going to go space init with format, and then @ quotation mark enter how much, let's say enter how much you want, you have, and then we're going to go $, because it's, you have this much available spend. So you have $, and we're adding our integer, so you have $%i available to spend, period, and end quotation mark. And then to set the value of that integer, we're just going to type cash before. Then we're going to go close bracket, semicolon. Now we're going to create our UI alert view, and so we're going to go UI alert view. We'll call this by alert equals bracket UI alert view allocate close bracket. We're going to hit enter, and we're just going to so we're just going to enter in it with title. We'll call the title please enter the amount. Message, we'll just call, this will be by message because we set our NS string to by message. Delegate, we have we're going to put a text field in here, so we want to delegate itself. Cancel button title, we're just going to call this plain text, so at quotation mark cancel. And other button titles, we'll just say at quotation mark purchase, close quotation, end quotation mark, comma, no. Because remember, if we only have one, we have to set that there are no others. So there's this one, and then that's it. So then close bracket and semicolon, or not semicolon. Then when you go up and just make this a bit cleaner, just by moving this over, and I'm just, basically when I'm doing that, I'm just hitting the up arrow, then I'm going control, left arrow to go all the way to the left, then I'm just hitting tab and it'll tab it in. So once we've done that, we need to add the text field. So we're going to hit bracket by alert, add text, add, and this part, syntax is very important because CodeSense will not detect what you're trying to do. So we're going to hit add text field with value, colon, at quotation mark 1, because we want the default value that the person purchases to be 1 of the item. Before, when we've set text boxes, we've just set 0 and we've just put a placeholder text. So this time we're actually going to set text, and then we're going to hit label. Before, in label, we've set some placeholder text. We're not going to do that. We're going to just hit nil. Then we're going to close bracket, semicolon, and we're going to go bracket by alert. Let's scroll up here. By alert, text field, set delegate self, close bracket, semicolon, bracket by alert. We're setting the attributes of the text field right now, just like we've done previously. Text field, close bracket, set keyboard type, and we're going to make this UI keyboard type number pad. Close bracket, semicolon, and bracket by alert text field again, close bracket, set keyboard appearance, UI keyboard appearance default, because we're just setting the default appearance of the number keyboard. So then we're going to go close bracket, semicolon, and then we want the keyword to become the first responder. So we're going to hit bracket by alert, just like we've done before, text field, close bracket. And this shouldn't be anything new to you really, unless this is the first tutorial. If you've been following the previous tutorials, then it shouldn't be anything new. So then we're going to type become first responder, bracket, close bracket, semicolon. And now we're going to set a tag for our alert view. As you see up here before, we've set tags for our alert view, so to define what we're talking about in our next method. So we're going to go alert view, by alert dot tag equals 3 semicolon. Now we need to show and release our alert view. So we're going to hit bracket by alert show, close bracket, semicolon, and then bracket by alert release, close bracket, semicolon. And then we're going to go by alert equals nil. And next what we're going to do is go down to this method down here, where we see void. Our very next method should say void AlertView, UI AlertView clicked button index, NS integer button index. And we already have actions here, so we're going to go way down to the bottom, right before this last close curly bracket, and we're going to type if AlertView dot tag equals 3. So if it's the third alert view, or not necessarily the third, but if the tag for the alert view is 3, which in this case is the by alert, then perform these actions. So close parenthesis, open curly bracket, and then we're just going to hit enter. We're going to type int. We're going to set up our integer, so we're going to hit int cache before equals bracket cache.text int value, close bracket, semicolon. And then we're going to set our price value, so int PriceVal equals bracket price.text, and remember we set our price text field to the sender title for state UI control state selected. So that's going to be an integer value, since we set all the control state values to integers when we were in an interface builder. So we're going to hit int value, then close bracket and semicolon. Then we're going to go down here, and we're going to hit one more. So we're going to hit int amount, which is going to be the number in the text field, the amount of whatever it is that the person's buying. So int amount equals bracket, 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 so 3 brackets, AlertView, space text field, TEXT, capital FIELD, close bracket, text, no space between the close bracket and the text, close bracket again, space, int value. So basically what that's saying is it's taking the text field from the alert view that we set up, and it's taking the text in that text field, and then it's grabbing the integer in that text field. So it's taking the text field in the alert view, and then it's taking the text from the text field, and then it's taking the integer value from that text. So then we're going to go down, and basically this is not necessary, but I like to use it to if you want to find out the values of something and you don't necessarily want it to be printed on the device for the user to see. It doesn't give much memory overhead, and it's really useful. It's called nslog, so we're just going to type nslog and it'll autocomplete for us. And we're going to type so plain text, quotation mark, cache after, let's just go price, colon, %i, and you don't, trust me, you don't need to do this if you don't want to, but I'm just choosing to so I can easily see that stuff's working. So cache, semicolon, %i, and amount, semicolon, %i. So basically this is just giving us some more information, and it'll appear in our console, which if I go up here and go to run console, or you can hit Command-Shift-R, or Command-Shift-R, it'll display in this box. So I'll just put this down here for now. And then we need to set the values for these integers. So we're going to hit comma, and since we have 3 integers, it matters the order we set the values. So the first integer we want to be the PriceVal, then the second integer, so another comma, and the second integer would be cache before, and comma, amount would be our last integer. So then we need to just go right past this parenthesis and just hit semicolon, and that'll help us log the information so we can easily see it. So next what we're going to do is we're going to hit enter, and we're going to create our if statement. So we're going to go if the user presses purchase, so if button index equals 1, and this shouldn't be anything new. Like I said earlier, it's basically if the user presses this button, so if the user presses this button, which is 1, as opposed to this button, which is 0, then perform the action. So if user presses button 1, then, so close parenthesis, space, open curly bracket, enter. Then we're going to set another if statement, so because we obviously don't want the user buying stuff that they don't have enough money for. So if they want to buy too much gold and they don't have enough money for it, so say they have $40, and since gold is $40, then they enter 2, so they want to buy 2 pieces of gold, and they only have $40, which is only enough for 1, then it'll display an alert. So let's go if parenthesis PriceVal, which is the price, times the amount. So basically, as you know how a calculator works, if we have, which I'll show you just right now quickly. So if our gold is worth $40, and this is simple stuff. If one piece of gold is $40 and we want to buy 2 pieces of gold, we have to multiply that. So 40 times 2 is 80. And if you've learned anything past the 5th grade, you'll know that. Past like 2nd grade. Anyway, so PriceVal times amount. So if the PriceVal times the amount, so the final value, basically, is what that's saying, is greater than or equal to the cash before. So basically, if the user has that exact amount of cash or has more cash than that, then, or sorry, I said is less than. So is less than or equal to. So basically, if the user has more cash than the final value, then perform this action. So close parenthesis, space, open curly bracket, we'll hit enter again, then int cash after purchase equals cash before minus, and then we're going to hit parenthesis, amount times PriceVal. So again, we're using that final amount, so what we did here, so 2 pieces of gold times $40 a piece is 80. That's basically what it's doing. So that's setting up that integer. Then ns string, we need to create a new integer for the string, so ns string new cash equals bracket ns string allocate close bracket in it with format @ quotation marks, that's plain text, then percent I to set our integer, comma cash after purchase, and then we're going to end bracket or close bracket, semicolon, and then we need to set the value of our cash.text. So cash.text equals new cash. So if we then hit semicolon and close off both of these if statements, or all 3 actually, or if AlertView tag as well, and then we hit Command R, hoping not to get any compiler errors. Cool, we didn't. So then if we, it's not going to work totally yet. So say we have $10, so I cash that $10, and I want to buy some copper. So copper, I want to buy copper. I purchase 1 copper. Then now I have $0, and as you can see down in our console, the price is 10, and we have 10 cash, and then the amount is 1. So now if I cash this, and I have $40, and I hit gold, and I want to buy 2 gold, say, nothing will happen. It'll just mess up because I don't have enough money, and it just won't work. So that's what we're going to set up now, is if the user doesn't have enough money. So this is what we have here. If the user does have enough money, is basically what this is saying. Then do this, and we're gonna close that if statement and go else. Open parenthesis, hit enter, and then we're gonna create a simple UI alert view. So we'll just go UI alert view asterisk, and let's just call this not enough money equals bracket UI alert view allocate close bracket, enter in it with title, and we'll just call this oops. So plain text, so @ quotation mark, oops, end quotation mark, then message, we'll just make this, so plain text again, you do not have enough money to purchase that, let's just say, period, and end quotation mark, delegate nil, because we're not doing anything with it, and cancel button title, we'll just call, we'll just call this okay, end parenthesis, or end quotation mark. Other button titles, we don't need any, so we'll just hit nil, and then we'll go close bracket, and semicolon. Now we need to show this, so we're going to go, actually let's just clean up our code here, let's tab these in, just like we did before, and now we need to show it and then release it, so we're going to go bracket, not enough money, show, close bracket, semicolon, then bracket, not enough money, release, close bracket, semicolon. Now we need to release our UI label. So down here, we're getting error, so we need to release it. So we're going to go bracket, price, release, close bracket, semicolon. So now when we run this, looks like we got a couple compiler errors. How is this happening? Oh, right, we forgot to synthesize our price. So up here, we need to go at synthesize price, hit semicolon. So now we now that we have our price synthesized and released down here, this should run. That's the reason why we're getting all these other compiler errors. So let's go like this. Oh, whoops, what am I doing? I forgot to close off this else statement. So you gotta remember to close stuff off. So I forgot to synthesize my price, which you always need to do before you use any control. You need to synthesize it, except for buttons. So if you want to use a label, you have to synthesize it in the top of your main file, your methods file. And I also forgot to close off an if-else statement. So I closed off the if fine, but I forgot to close off this else. So now if we save and hit run, we should not get any compiler errors, finally. Alright, cool. And now we can buy stuff. So if we wait a couple seconds to get some money, so we have $10, we can also withdraw, say, $50, so we'll have a total of $60. So we have $60. I want to buy some gold. I just want to buy one piece of gold. I'll hit purchase. Now I have $20. Let's cash that other $30 that I just got. And I'll buy, let's see, maybe I want 2 pieces of bronze for $40 since it's $20 each. So I'll hit purchase. And we had 50 and now we have 10. So let's just say we have 40. I want to buy 3 pieces of copper. I have $40. I want to buy 3 pieces of copper, so that's $30. So let's just hit 3, purchase. And if we try to do something that we don't have enough, so I want to buy 15 or 155 pieces of copper, and obviously don't have enough money to do that. If we hit purchase, it'll say we don't have enough money to do that. And if we just hit cancel, it'll go away. So basically, that's a store app. You can implement this however you want into your game or whatever you're trying to create. Hopefully, really hope this was of some use to you. I'm sure it was, because a lot of games have store apps and they're fun to mess around on, and obviously not real money, because that would be stupid and it would make the user pay more money, which isn't fun for the user. So you make up your own money, you get paid your own money, and then you can spend your own money. So I really hope this was beneficial to you, and these 3 tutorials, and hopefully you've heard about my new website that I'm starting. It's called Shucked. It's a design blog, but it'll also have iPhone tutorials, like iPhone SDK tutorials, web design tutorials, graphic design tutorials, photography, tons of tutorials and posts, and tons of useful information, tips, tricks, all that stuff, all the good stuff that you're interested in. Not the stuff you're not interested in. We'll be giving away free WordPress themes and XHTML, CSS themes for you to use on your websites every couple months, and maybe once every 2 months we'll be giving something away. we'll be coming out with icon sets. It'll be a really great site, and we've got some really great writers on it so far. And if you're interested, email us at jobs@shucked.com. That's SHUCKD.com. We're launching July 1st, so I'll hope to see you guys there. Thanks for watching. And also follow my Twitter at twitter.com/JazvanGrayson, and I'll be posting more and more of these iPhone tutorials as well as on shucked.com. I will be posting them on YouTube, so subscribe to my YouTube, youtube.com/JazvanG. I have a playlist there of all my iPhone tutorials, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial.